The opening tip, it's Blažević for Wolves. It's Mawugbe for Trento. Ball up and ball back to Anthony Lamb, and Trento will get the game's first offensive possession. Mawugbe back to Lamb. Long two, missed it. Rebound tapped down well. Jogula it was who tapped the ball down. He's got the possession himself. Over to Blažević. Back to Cowan. 6 on the shot clock already. Mentioned the slower tempo game. And for 3, Jogula in and out. And Lamb with the rebound. Niang trying to find a way into the paint. He spins, hangs, but can't finish. Maybe asked a little bit too much of himself there. Writing a check his body couldn't cash. And then Cowan jostled by Niang. Raised arm. That'll lead to the first personal foul for either team in this game. Anthony Cowan had 22.7 assists against Besiktas 2 weeks ago on the 14th of January. As the attempt to penetrate by Jogula didn't come off. And Kale into the paint. He can't convert. Good rim protection there. Jeffrey Taylor rising at the 10. And Cowan with it now for Wolves Vilnius. Into the corner. The three-pointer for Taylor is short. Rebound grabbed down by Trento, and then a transition foul committed by Cowan against Pekkia. Andrea Pekkia just averaging 4 points per game this Eurocup season. And ball inbounded to Mawugbe and then back to Niang. Lamb. Careless along the baseline, then just fired it off the leg of Taylor. That was clever enough to keep this possession alive. Inbounded to Pekkia. 6 on the shot clock, remember. Tough look from distance. That was short from Pekkia. And the rebound to Kilbolka. So nearly 2 minutes in, no points on the board just yet. Cowan to Kilbolka. And now Jogula. Again, shot clock already down. Cowan into the paint. Cowan missed the tip, though, in from Marek Blažević. And Blažević finally getting Wolves off and running. Nice backdoor cut. Niang not fouled going up. Pass was great from Mawugbe. And the Senegalese Niang cannot get the ball in the 10. And then the triple at the other end for Wolves. That's Jogula. And Wolves up 5-0. Kale back to Niang. Trying to get their offensive rhythm going. That triple way off from Lamb. Cowan looking to the perimeter. Blažević. Jogula around the screen. Long three from Kilbolka. Trento. And this is exactly the start that Wolves wanted and needed tonight. An 8-0 run to kick things off. 3.5 minutes just about into this game, and Trento still scoreless as Taylor commits that foul. Shoulder barge on Lamb. And Galbiani's seen enough on the Trento bench. Some wholesale substitutions. Zhukauskas, Bayehe, Ellison. Can't do any worse than the first unit. There's Jordan Ford. Ellis to inbound. And that's an illegal screen set by Bayehe. And things going from bad to worse for Galpiatti and his team again atop Italy's Liga A. Not playing like that in Europe very much this season. Junior across the timeline. Cowan dribbled it off his foot. And is that a foul or a jump ball? It's a jump ball. Taylor tied up by Pecchia. I've always found it slightly curious that when you dribble the ball off of your own foot, that doesn't count as a kick. It's no kicking out of the leg or the foot in that situation, I guess, but jump ball the call. The 7 on the shot clock if Wolves should regain possession here. As Trayshawn Thurman not allowed to check into the game just yet. Taylor 3 inches on Pecchia in size. He's able to win the tip. Cowan got to get going. Cowan, the 30-footer, got it. Goodness gracious me. The range for Anthony Cowan. You see, disaster so far for the hosts. As the foul on Kilbolka, no continuation there. Now Thurman allowed to enter the game. He replaces Jeffrey Taylor, Swede. Taylor, the former Charlotte player in the NBA. Ford inbounding to Bayehe. And Ford, the backdoor dish up, not in yet for Pecchia, but at least he'll be going to the line. Trying to end Trento's scoreless drought to start this game. It's funny, from the way these teams have started tonight, you'd think that it was Trento that got blown out at the weekend in domestic action rather than Wolves, but in fact it's the other way around. Wolves 15-point losers at home against Lietkabelis, their fellow Lithuanian Eurocup club. And Trento 74-70 win at Raya Venezia. And still scoreless as Pecchia missing both free throws. Trento only 15th as a team in Eurocup free throw shooting percentage this year. As Jogala, 4.5 minutes now gone in the opening quarter, and still Trento scoreless. That 3 in as well from Jogala. Matas Jogala hitting a pair of triples, and the ticket you get. Trying to join Žalgiris at Europe's top table. See Toto Foré checking in, the 38-year-old Argentine-Italian. And Trento, their fans trying to get them on the scoreboard here. Back it goes to Žukauskas for 3. Yes, for the Lithuanian against his countrymen. And Egordas Žukauskas, 21 points to lead Trento in that game against Wolves back in round 8. Spin move into the paint, nicely done by Cowan, but not getting the bucket, even though he earns himself a trip to the free throw line. Anthony Cowan in the reverse fixture against these teams back in November. 9 points and 7 assists, but he was only 2 of 11 from the field. And you see, actually, that call going against Wolves. My mistake. Ellis nearly threw the ball away from Žukauskas. Foray back to Žukauskas for 3 again, this time short. And the ball over the backboard and out of play. By the way, Quinn Ellis, I think he said he was part of Team UK. It's actually Team GB, of course, Great Britain. International basketball, not including Northern Ireland. As here's Cowan again. Blažević the pick and pop. Blažević into the paint. He can't get the ball over the rim. And here's Ellis. Foray for 3. That's too long. Rebound Kulboka. Kulboka with 3 rebounds already. Outside, a 3-point look here. Missed. And then out of bounds for Trento. And Jogula will depart in favor of Andrew Andrews. Andrews, his first court time here tonight. Forward back from Foray. Ellis, Foray. Ellis again, shot clock ticking. Ellis, step back, can't get it to go. And currently 1 out of 8 from the field. Dolomici Energia Trento. Wolves trying to score again into the paint. Tough shot, but well converted by Blažević. Blažević, 27 points last week, as we said, as Foray near side. His runner goes up, not in, but he will go to the line. You see that bucket by Blažević. Good defending by Bayehe, but Blažević just too good. Blažević, despite his name, is a Lithuanian international. He's played 7 games for his country. See Foray hitting once from the line and twice as well. So it's 16-5 with 3 minutes left in quarter number 1. And the pressure, 5-second violation. Andrews couldn't find anyone to pass to. So Trento the surprise attack there with the full court trap. Getting the job done. It's Kulboka replaced by Kristupas Žemaitės. Woodbay dropping off for Ellis. Ellis nearly dribbling off the baseline and throws all the way out to Foray. 4 on the shot clock for Foray. Now he drives. Foray off the glass and in. Nice shot for Toto Foray. Foray's been with Trento since 2012. He was part of the team that won the Serie B title. Got Trento back into the top flight 2014. Cowan near side to Žemaitės. Leaves off for Blažević, but his little floater didn't go in. Almost a set shot there from Blažević. A very little leap. Forward with the ball. Trento back within 9. Pass into Mawugbe. Finds the trailer up and 1 for Ellis. That's good ball movement for Trento there. Mawugbe unselfishly finding Quinn Ellis. And the 21-year-old, perhaps, looking at one of his two rival teams atop the Italian domestic standings. Ellis for the three-point play. He missed the free throw, and Trento only 2 of 5 as a team from the line now in this game. Cowan again dribbling off of his foot, but regaining possession. Andrews inside. Andrews up, and he will go to the line. Andrews, that was an interesting screen set. Brooks onto the court, seemed to be moving and steamrolling Trento players as he went through the paint, but wasn't called. And now Andrews to the line. Andrews, an 86% free throw shooter this season in all competitions. And he gets to the line an average of 5 times per game. Makes them both. Wolves back up by 9. Ellis determined. Ellis denied at the rim. What a block that was at the other end. Andrews, the easy lay-in. Fantastic defending. Filling the paint. That was Brooks, I think, with the block shot. Trento, long way from the hoop here as Foray drives, hangs and can't get the bounce, although the tip in from Batalau. Dennis Batalau, the Romanian, on the court here toward the end of the first quarter. Jamaitis dishes to Brooks, and from 16 feet, Garrison Brooks able to convert. .45 seconds left in the first quarter. Near side, the triple from Batalau, nearly an air ball. Might have just grazed the backboard there on its way down. Cowan, that's Regimantas Miniotis. Andrews, 24 seconds left. Cowan for 3. Cowan for 3. How about that? And the lead growing once again, back to the largest margin that Wolves have had. They lead by 14 as Ellis, 6 seconds left. Ellis for 3. Ellis missing wildly, and Miniotis will shoot after the buzzer. But what a first quarter for Wolves twins Bet Vilnius, needing 2 victories. The sum of the parts for Trento isn't any better than the sum totals on the scoreboard. And Wolves a chance to add to their advantage. Dishing inside for the jam. Brooks teed up nicely. Dime there for Taylor. Trento inside. Niang able to convert. Saliu Niang, 10 points, his best Eurocup tally this season. That was this month, earlier against Hapoel Tel Aviv. As travel there along the sideline by Jeffrey Taylor. Taylor, the longtime Real Madrid player. His father, also named Jeff, briefly played in the NBA with Houston and Detroit. Played and lived in Sweden until his death. And that's how Taylor Jr. became a Swedish international. As that shot from the sideline missed by the guard slash forward Andrea Pecchia. At the other end, Andrews for 3, in and out. Rebound, who's it last off of? Taylor getting the benefit of the call, but I think we're going to have a review here initiated by Trento coach Galbiati. I think he might have a case, and I think in any event he could probably do with another timeout just to slow down the Wolves tide here. See, the call on the floor has been kept. So it's still Wolves basketball. Late game is a really tasty one. Gran Canaria currently in 3rd place. Besiktas in 4th. 10-6 plays 9-7. Please do watch that one tomorrow night. I'll be calling Elite Kabalis against Cluj-Napoca. The other group is that shot foul drawn by Andrews. Again, with the shot clock ticking down. Very Italian reaction on the sideline from Coach Galbiati. First free throw made by Andrews. Andrews, the former Washington Husky in NCAA basketball in the States. He's from Portland, Oregon originally. Good free throw shooter. Andrews very briefly with Panathinaikos playing in EuroLeague. Last season with Joventut. Niang at the other end inside. That's an offensive foul. Andrews shining at both ends here. And the arm extension, the hand shoving off from Niang. Good call certainly by the referees there. Jamaitis, fancy dribbling. Inside still. Then threw it away to Kale, and he was fouled by Andrews. So all that dribbling by Jamaitis to no good effect. Trento with, as we've said, nothing really to play for in this game. On one sense, they'd love to be a spoiler, but in another, when you get off to a big early deficit like they have, it's hard to know what sort of reserves they'll have in the tank to try and fight all the way back. As Andrews slipping the pass into Brooks. Brooks lost the handle. Fell to Kale as he tries to dribble front courts. Into the corner and Badalau. Now Kale outside, slips the pass in. Return to Niang for 3. Open look. He gets it to go. Niang doesn't shoot a lot of triples, but when you get a look that open, it's hard to pass it up. Andrews, the stop and go move. He's bumped by Mawugbe, and he'll go to the line again. Mawugbe caught all ball with his hand, but it was the body contact leading to the foul call, and Mawugbe now checks out. Pakia also departing for the moment. Andrews, one of 3 Wolves players with 6 points so far. And still with just the 6. First free throw missed tonight by Wolves Vilnius as a team. No mistake though with the second. Wolves lead back to 14. Ellis to a wide open Kale. Kale drives and converts. And injured Wolves player on the deck. That's Andrews. And I don't know if he's dislocated his shoulder. Was there a pick he was trying to fight through there outside? Appears to be in a lot of pain. See that fist he's clenching. Watch Andrews, you see there. It's pretty innocuous. Bumping into Lamb, and then he just went straight down to the floor. Lamb totally unaware that anything untoward had happened behind him. It's a neck thing. I mentioned Andrews last season with Juventud. He's played in Latvia. Wolves with the basketball and a 12-point lead. Cowan over the timeline. Drive by Taylor. He gave the ball away. Lamb, the quick outlet pass, and inside into the hoop for Kale. And Trento, a good little burst here on a 7-1 run. Get back within 10. Taylor will try his luck inside. He gets stripped by Niang. Niang, good pass. Ellis to the hoop. He's fouled by Cowan. He landed awkwardly. I'm sure the Team GB coaching staff will be nervous about Ellis's health after that landing. The Eurobasket qualifying games to come in February. Quinn Ellis fit enough to take his place at the free throw line out of this timeout. 81% free throw shooter in Eurocup play this season. Averaging 8 points, 3.5 rebounds, nearly 4.5 assists. And 1 steal per game in this competition. His second season with Trento. Missed the second. The lead trimmed to single figures, but Trento is still wasting opportunities at the free throw line here. It's Cowan. Cross to Jogula. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Wolves taking it deep again. The tough shot, an air ball from Garrison Brooks. Brooks has been slowing down as far as point scoring's been concerned in recent Eurocup games. 4 points, 2 points, and 4 points in his last 3 outings. He's averaging 7 points per game this season. Trento trying to eat still further into the deficit. Lamb back to Ellis. Ellis left alone. Did he travel? No, back to Niang into the corner. Kale for 3. He hits. And it's suddenly just a 6-point margin. 5.5 minutes left before halftime. Jogula, the screen from Brooks. Into the corner, contested three-pointer, drained. Jeffrey Taylor finding the range. Big basket there for Wolves. And then a foul against Taylor himself. Trying to draw a charge, but didn't have position. See the wrestling match with Anthony Lamb. Niang off to be replaced by Ford. 5 points for Saliu Niang so far. Kale now leading Trento with 7 in the game. As Ellis inbounds to Ford. Dangerous pass, but Lamb did well. Back to Ford for 3. Ford off the mark. Rebound by Cowan. Jumper for Brooks, way too strong. Rebounded by Ellis. Ellis dared to drive, instead kicks it back to Cale. Ellis again. Leaves for Ford. Shot clock ticking. Good perimeter defending. Ellis in off the wing. Ellis in and scores. He left it late in the shot clock, but they got the points in the end. Jamaitis back to Cowan. Interesting defensive matchup. Cowan decided to take advantage and hit for NBA range. That's a logo 3 for Anthony Cowan. The margin back up to 10. Cowan with 9 points and 3 boards tonight. Good two-man game there. Almost a charge. In fact, there was a steal, and Taylor will go forward and score. Timeout taken. Wolf, 3 turnovers. But it has been a good team performance from Wolves Vilnius. Say Vilnius, they played their initial season in Alytus in southern Lithuania before moving to Vilnius season number 2 last year. It's Ford driving, can't get around Andrews, kicks across for the triple, missed by Zhukauskas, but the offensive rebound, Ellis slips it around to Bayehe. Ellis thought about the step back 3, and instead a 3-second violation against Trento. Wolves trying to reestablish their superiority here. Scored the first 14 points of the game. It's been pretty much even Steven since then, but that's quite a big cushion to concede. That's a good block shot inside by Mawugbe. Andrews couldn't elevate that high. Zhukauskas bumped, I think, by Jogala. Lithuanian on Lithuanian crime here in northern Italy tonight. .244 left in quarter number 2. Mawugbe outside. He's not attempted a 3-point shot this season, by the way. There's an open look for Zhukauskas. He's attempted 3s, but missing that one. He's only 1 of 4 now outside the arc in this game. The other end, Cowan ran into a cul-de-sac. Taylor leaves for Cowan near half court. Again, Wolves letting the shot clock tick almost all the way down. Andrews is going to have to fire from the corner. He was fouled by Ellis. Ellis pleading his case, but that's a terrible foul to concede. It was going up rather than while Andrews was hanging in the air. Underway in PKT Eurocup action. See the original decision upheld. I think the review was really just to determine whether it should be a 2-shot or 3-shot trip to the foul line. Alessandro Magro, that beard of his graying all the time. Not much to induce gray hairs for him tonight so far, as Andrews does miss his first free throw attempt. Andrews was 10 of 10 from the line last week. Now 6 of 8 so far tonight in this game. And he hits 2 of 3. Increases Wolves' lead to 14 points again. Mwugbe nearly an elbow. Went uncalled as Blažević recoiled, but that is an offensive foul. Andrews playing very active defense. Shifting his body weight, getting into good positions. And there, he just held his ground and got knocked over. Forward with a charge. And into the final 2 minutes of the first half. Wolves continuing as they started. Žemaitė picking up the dribble, but finding Jogula. Jogula drives his strip by Foray. He did well to tippy-toe his way inbounds. Then uncontested for the Thunder, Doc Mwugbe. Selon Mwugbe, the American big. And there, almost an illegal screen. The shot missed anyway by Žemaitė. Trento a mini rally here perhaps. Ellis thought about the three. And he's shooting 16% inside this season as Mwugbe gathers and stuffs again. Wise decision from Quinn Ellis. Lead down to 10, but Andrews turning on the Jets. He's denied. A boy against men inside. Andrews just 6'2". Wolves will retain possession inside the final minute of the half. Mwugbe, though, getting credit for the block. Mwugbe averaging 1.3 blocks per game in all competitions this year for Trento. Andrews directing traffic. Position inside, but not the conversion. Jogula. And the ball goes over to Trento. And so the Italians making a game of this. Still plenty of time to go in totality, but get this deficit down to single figures at halftime. Ellis this time does fire for three, and off the back iron it goes. Saying about Ellis, 16% in Eurocup play from deep, 27% in all competitions, so he's been better in domestic action. As Wolves, about a 3.5-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Now they got to go. Kulboka fouled outside by Mwugbe. And again, just a little bit brain dead. Can't commit in that situation. Got to be aware of the shot clock. Mwugbe coming off jointly his best Eurocup game last week with 11 points, 4 rebounds away to Juventud. At least from his perspective, Kulboka missing the first free throw. And Trento should just about have time to get a shot off here if they get the rebound, which they do off another miss. Mwugbe, Foray 4 seconds. Foray from distance, that's way too strong. He did not get a good look. And so the half comes to its conclusion with Wolves still up by. And it is Wolves' ball. Full court pressure. Inbounded to Taylor. Still guarded by Niang. Cowan finding Taylor again, and Wolves out of that slight bottleneck. Kolbolka. Once again, the shot clock worked very deep. Taylor with 4 to go. Taylor, the long 2, gets it to go. Not exactly a textbook offensive possession, but it ends in 2 points all the same. There's Ellis. Leads for Niang. Niang, his runner goes in. Nicely done by Saliu Niang. So both teams scoring straight away. Remember the Wolves, they did eventually get the 14-0 run to start the first quarter, but it took them about 2 minutes to score any points themselves. So much faster offensive start here. Still the full court trap. This time it's broken more easily, and Jogula with it for Wolves front court. All the way back to Cowan from Kolbolka. Again down to 5 in the shot clock. Cowan, tough shot, but once again, Wolves beating the odds. Scoring 2 baskets in a row offensively. Start quarter number 3 as Niang and Ellis play catch. Attempted baseline drive going nowhere against the stout resistance of Taylor. Back to Niang for 3. Back iron. Kolbolka the rebound, and nearly the strip by Kale, but Kolbolka did well. $11 points now for Anthony Cowan with the basketball for Wolves. Cowan, the step back 20-footer. He gets fouled by Lamb. And that's the 3rd silly foul committed by Trento in the game, with shot clocks ticking, the ball a long way from the hoop. Lamb's not going to enjoy the film study of that one. Cowan's first trip to the free throw line tonight. 88% free throw shooter this season in all competitions. Rather better from the line than he was last couple of seasons with Prometheus Patras in Greece. Made his move from Greece to Lithuania last summer. Gets both free throws here, and the lead back up to 14. Ellis short with a shot. Rebound though to Mawugbe. Lamb now. He pulls up off the glass. No. Niang can't get the rebound. Falls for Jogula. Cowan slips the pass in. Shot missed though by Blažević. And who's it last off of? Decision going in Wolves' favor. Correctly so, I believe, off of Mawugbe. Jogula, the beating of Niang, but look at the response defensively from Saliu Niang. I thought for sure Niang was beaten to the rim, and somehow he got back. Jogula behind him, but Niang, look at him leaping. Jogula flat on his backside. Maybe that's the start of a spark for Trento. Ellis just being dared to shoot from deep. Over to Niang. He fakes, kicks into the corner for Kale, and he just misses. Kale, that was set up for him. Just couldn't make the open shot. Taylor He can't blow past Niang, but Jogula setting a pick. Now rolling inside himself. Is that an offensive foul? It is. Matas Jogula, who exploded for 26 points on Saturday against Lietkabelis, averaging only 7 points per game in all competitions this year so far. They're committing the third foul of the game. He and Cowan both with 3 fouls for Wolves. Nobody above 2 fouls yet for Trento in the game. Just a normal foul call. So you see Blažević. He played last season in Spain with Monbus Obradoiro, formerly of Žalgiris, as so many good young Lithuanian players are. That pass inside, Mawugbe with the stuff. Somehow got the pass through to him. And Mawugbe with 6 points, all on dunks tonight. Wolves still a comfortable cushion. 6.5 minutes left in the third. Taylor going baseline, the fadeaway. Got it to go. Taylor now with 9. It's Ellis. He gets his little 8-foot jumper to go. And Trento have done just fine if you want to look at the totality of the piece since the opening 14-0 run. But they have to do rather better than that. They want to seriously consider winning this game. There's a travel there by Jogula, again with the shot clock down to 2.5. Jogula picking up his first ever Eurocup double-double against Trento back on the 12th of November. Committing the turnover there, and that's been the Achilles heel for Wolves in this game to the extent that they've had one. 12 turnovers to 5 in Trento's favor. Ford, an open route to the hoop. He converts off the window. Back just as we were at halftime, a 10-point margin. Andrews popping outside. Andrews now going inside all the way with the help of a screen by Brooks. Unmolested, getting to the rim. As Ford outside, nearly fumbled by Lamb. Lamb, the Euro step, strip by Andrews, who comes front court. He's fouled by Ford. Was that a shooting foul? Pointing toward the basket, the referee. Crowd not happy with this call. And it's Christian Theis, the German referee. He saw it coming, Andrews, but was he going up before the contact with Ford? First of all, you see the strip there. Lamb wanted the call there in the first instance. I think that was clean enough defensively by Andrews, but I think he's fortunate to count himself, or to find himself at the free throw line here. Gimantas Miniotis checking back in. Well, I think we might have had a technical foul called here. complaints about the original decision. Andrews to the line. No mistake. Now for the normal free throws, Andrews with 3 more to come. Up to 13 points now, Andrew Andrews. Getting plenty of free throw shooting practice. He's now 10 of 12 from the line tonight. Two of 5 from the field. Now 11 of 13 from the line, and Wolves very productive trip down the floor. They lead by 16, matching their largest lead of the game. This is Zhukauskas. Ellis to the corner. It's lost by Pecchia. Couldn't retrieve it. Pecchia taking his eye off the ball, both figuratively and literally there for Trento. Just past the halfway mark, fourth quarter. Still plenty of time for a rally. It's Cowan. Yogala into Brooks. He fumbled and then was fouled. Bayehe getting a little bit grabby. I feel like both coaches trying to put on refereeing clinics at the sideline. Here's what you should have done. Yogala trapped, but finds the open man, and inside goes Brooks. Well worked by Wolves that time. Their lead up to 18. Foray back from Pecchia. Into Bayehe. Shot clock ticking for Trento. Bayehe the turnaround, missed. And a strong rebound. Claimed there by Miniotis for Wolves. Yogala. His 19-footer off the front rim, but the rebound Miniotis. Rebounding advantage not diminishing for Wolves tonight. That three-pointer off the mark, and the rebound foul against Miniotis. So Trento standing firm defensively there, but still getting out rebounded 29-14 in the game. It's Ford, Bayehe, and now Foray. Pecchia for 3. That's an air ball, but the follow by Foray will send him to the line. Don't think that was meant as a pass for Trento. Pecchia, I mean, it looked like a shot. It walks like a duck and quacks like a duck. You see Cowan, it's his 4th foul. Foray hits from the line. He's got 5 points now tonight. Foray makes them both. Much needed. See the free throw shooting stats for both teams. Not a particularly pretty picture for Trento, though slightly better after those two went in. Step back there from Andrews, rattled out. Rebound Pecchia. Pecchia fouled by Miniotis. And that perhaps not the smartest foul by Regimantas Miniotis, as I think that puts Trento into the bonus. Those sorts of professional fouls, if you want to call them that, to break up opponent's transition play. Not so good when you get a trip to the free throw line out of it, as Pecchia 86% from the line in Eurocup this year. He's done a lot of work on his free throw shooting. Last year he was only 61%, playing with Vanoli Cremona. Here he makes them both. And so Trento have scored 4 points in a row at the line. Andrews fouled there by Gerdas Zukauskis. That was pretty clear cut. That was the one foul that Trento had to give in this third quarter. So both teams will now be shooting for the rest of the period. Jogula. Again, shot clock ticking. Jogula for three. He hits! He seemed so casual with regard to the shot clock. Zukauskis is trying to respond, and does for Trento. Big basket to just about keep the Italians in touch. Thanks that time to their Lithuanian. Inside of 2 minutes remaining in the third, and the foul committed off ball by Zukauskis. So Miniotis, not historically a good free throw shooter, swishes that one right through. Miniotis, a couple of seasons with Bilbao in the Spanish ACB. This is the second free throw. Zukauskis into the corner. Pecchia for three. Short. Rebound all the way out to Miniotis. They'll need to make a few of those. 4 of 19. You see there on your screen. Trento from outside the three-point line tonight. And Andrews in and out, but the rebound and put back by Jogula for Wolves. Ford the step back at the other end. Got it. It's Trento improving now to 25% from three-point range, 5 out of 20. Foray trying to wrestle the ball away from Jogula, asking for a traveling call that was not forthcoming. Žemaitis now into the paint. Žemaitis off the glass and in. .40 seconds left in the third. Ford again for three. That time way short. Rebound down to Jogula. Trento should get another offensive possession this quarter, but it has not been a good third quarter for the home side. And that, a foul, which will send Garrison Brooks to the line. Zukauskis looking much the worse for wear. couldn't fully face up there to Brooks because he was kind of diagonally in opposition to the Wolves player. That's why the foul was easier to call against Jukauskas. And Brooks hits at the line. Missed the second, and Trento down by 17 with 10 seconds left in the quarter. Ford. He was fouled by Brooks. So Ford to the line. Jordan Ford, very good free throw shooter. He saw limited playing time last season with the Sacramento Kings of the NBA. 37 games in Stockton, California at their G League team, feeder club. Ford from Folsom, California. You know the Johnny Cash song, the Folsom Prison Blues. Ford hits them both here. Trento still trying to get out of jail in this game. It's a 15-point deficit. Wolves might have one final chance. Cowan gets it across. Do they get it off in time? It's in for Žemaitės. If he did indeed beat the clock for Wolves twin Sped Vilnius. Look at the wide angle lens. Did he get it off in time? I think he did. Žemaitės in the corner. That basket will count. And a win next week at home against Budućnost. Wolves will certainly be in the Eurocup playoffs, and there anything can happen. We've seen it before in the old format where Bursaspor barely made the playoffs, went all the way through to the final a couple of seasons ago. Ford just about getting out of trouble. Is that going to be a double dribble? It is. Ford passing it to himself. And not a bright start for Trento in the fourth quarter. It's not a timeline violation. It was a double dribble. Jogula along the sideline for Wolves. And that's a shove by Ford into the back of Žemaitės. I feel like Paolo Galbiati has spent the entire game in consultation with one of the sideline referees. That Marcin Kowalski teeing him up with a technical foul, and that sends Andrews back to the line, where once again he makes no mistake. That his 12th made free throw of the game. He and Cowan back and forth as the game's leading scorers, currently both on 16 points here. Žemaitės to the corner. Andrews, the not very convincing shot fake. Then the pass into Brooks, using his body well and converting. Shielded the defender away. Niang trying to respond and should do, although was that a goaltend? Jogula thought he might have tipped the ball off the rim. Play allowed to continue, and Andrews not expecting the ball in the corner, but he made the triple anyway. Andrews not looking there. It's not just shutting up shop and maybe conceding this game ahead of their top of the table clash with Trapani Shark on Saturday. Two of the top three teams in Italy's Serie A facing off. And Trento very much on the short end of the stick so far tonight. Kale freeing himself up with a jumper, which he hits. The crowd still appreciative and supportive, even with their team trailing by 22 now. Kobolka was bumped outside by Badalau. Badalau, the former Olympia Milano youth player, moved to Trento this past summer, still just 19 years of age. Once again, referees called to the monitor just to see if this should be a shooting foul, perhaps. Go. Grabbed by Badalau. There might have been a question of whether that should have been an unsportsmanlike call. It's not a shooting foul. It's not unsportsmanlike. And so Wolves side out. Inbounded to Brooks, trying to set up the alley-oop, but just about threw that into row E. Thirteen turnovers now for Wolves Twins bet Vilnius. Forward to Niang, who looks to drive. Niang gets the shot off and in. So Niang now with 9 points, matching Ford and Kale atop the Trento scoring table. It's not been enough. It's Kobolka against Ford, turns around and hits. Kobolka with 5 points in the game now. Ford to the corner, Niang for three. No. Rebound tapped out well, though, by Mwugbe. Ford, the perimeter foul committed by Matas Yogala. Jeffrey Taylor returning. Yogala will take a seat. Kale, what was that? Just threw it right to Kobolka along the sideline. And he swiftly found Jamaitis before falling out of bounds. Open look there for three. Trento. Well found and well converted. Kobolka hitting again from outside, and nearly a steal from Andrews. Kobolka now with 8 points for Wolves. And Kale, after his mistake, paying for it by getting taken off the floor. Ellis back in for Trento. Badalau inside and scores. Well done by the Romanian. Helped lead Romania's under-20 team to the European Championship gold medal at B level, second tier of international youth competition. That was just this past summer. It's Kobolka into the corner. Taylor drives. Back to Kobolka for three. Not this time, and that hits off the scoreboard atop the backboard. And that is out of play. Blažević back on the floor. Niang from the elbow. He hits. Saliu Niang, the first Trento player into double figures in points. He's now got 11. But only 6 minutes left to play, and through the defense, Jamite is up and in. (81-58) the score. Not been a good day at the office for one of Italy's best teams this season, as the three-pointer missed by Ellis. He continues to want to shoot. Cross to Badalao for three. Cuts the lead down to 20. Badalao tying his Eurocup best with that basket of 5 points in a game. It's his first senior season in international or domestic basketball. Is into the corner for three. Jamaitis got the clean look and was able to make it count. So Jamaitis see 10 and 4 on the night. This is his first game in double figures in Eurocup play since the 3rd of January, when he had 17 to lead Wolves to their home win over Juventud. No look pass by Andrews, a bit superfluous given the scoreline. As Taylor went down off the pick set for that inbound play. Lamb into the paint, missing the shot. There's been too many shots like that from Trento's perspective tonight. Andrews looking to pass it off, and nicely done by Blažević. Grab by Andrews. 4:31 to play. Wolves Vilnius cruising toward their 9th Eurocup victory of the season, guaranteeing they will finish better than they did last year with a better record. 8-10 in their inaugural Eurocup season. They will be 9-8 after tonight. Whistle away from the play. Fourth foul on Taylor, so he and Cowan both with 4 fouls. Blažević also with 3 for Wolves in the game. And Taylor going down with Lamb. Is that going to be Taylor's 5th? I think it will be. And the evening of Jeffrey Taylor is now over. His numbers down across the board from last year, when he averaged 14 points per game in all competitions for Wolves. This season only 8.7 points per game, and the peripheral number is not good either. So much for him to personally reflect upon, even though his team steamrolling their way towards another Eurocup victory here tonight. The Wolves now in the penalty, so Lamb hitting the first of 2 from the line. Makes a second as well. But it's still a 23-point Wolves Vilnius advantage. And that is an illegal screen on Blažević. I think it is. Slight remonstration with our refereeing crew here tonight. So 3 Wolves players now with 4 personal fouls in the game. Ellis finds the open man, nicely converted by Lamb. Pass seemed a little bit strong, a little bit high. But Lamb in one motion able to make it pay. Cowan on the floor with 4 fouls. 4 on the shot clock. Cowan for 3. Not this time. Rebound though tapped down to Žemaitės. Cowan happy to milk the clock as far as he can. Cowan across with the pass. They get the shot off in time and they get it in. It's Jokela again. He's got 14 points now and 4 of 6 3-point shooting. Another fruitless possession down the floor for Trento. 3 minutes left to play. Cowan. Once again, shot clock inside of 5, and then the foul committed, I think, by Ellis. Trying to slow Jokela's path into the paint. And for the first time tonight, Justinas Marcinkevičius on the floor for Wolves. Very little used this season, just his 4th game in all competitions. 3 of those appearances coming in Eurocup, but he's only averaging 1 minute per game. As that's an and 1 for Žemaitės. Points continuing to pile up. It's going to be a very happy trip back to Vilnius for the visitors here tonight. Ahead of that crunch LKL clash at Žalgiris on Sunday. And the 3-point play finished off by Žemaitės. And this, the largest lead of the game for Wolves, as Vaidas Kariniauskas also checking in, the 31-year-old veteran who hadn't played before tonight in Eurocup since the 18th of December against Ratio Farm Ulm. So that shot short from Kale. Chance for Wolves to empty their bench, such as it is. Daniel Baslik, the only other player who might have seen time tonight, not in their game day roster. Amongst those less than regular players. It's only a 13-man squad really for Wolves. No other youth players to speak of able to feature. Cowan was standing at the wrong spot. He's going to run out of time here. That is a 5-second violation. Of course, the referee starts counting as soon as he drops the ball to the floor. So another shake of the head from Alessandro Magro. Ellis tied up going inside. That's going to be a foul. And is that Cowan's 5th? I think it is. He comes straight toward the bench. So Anthony Cowan will end this contest with 13 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and 5 personal fouls. Ellis missing from the line. Ellis 3 of 10 from the field, 1 of 3 from the free throw line. That's not a winning combination. Makes the second. Ellis has a lot of raw skills and good natural tools. He just has to maybe work on his shooting form. Still just the age of 21. Is that another turnover by Wolves? Interception by Batalau. Foray all the way in, but misses the bunny. And can't retrieve his own miss there. 1:57 to go. 92-66 as Miniotis not stripped by Foray, but then gave it right away to Foray. And Ellis inside. He'll go to the line again. Wolves have now committed 5 more fouls in the game than Trento. Miniotis taking that one for the team. Ellis one more free throw away from becoming only the second Trento player into double figures in points tonight. He has succeeded in that task at least. Trento averaging 80 points per Eurocup game this season, still only 68 here against Wolves this evening. Blažević on the drive, not in from Marcinkevičius. Batalau. And a chance for a very strong finish from Mawugbe. Another big dunk for him. 4 of 4 from the field tonight, all of them dunks. At the other end, how about that for Marcinkevičius? Nice moment for the bench player. Ellis again off the mark from distance. He might have a talking to after the game from Coach Galbiati about his shot selection. And Žemaitis inside and worked around. Fumbled by Blažević, but stays with Wolves with 4.5 left on the shot clock. And 38.8 on the game clock. As you see, another block shot for Mawugbe. His 4th block tonight. Now only 2.1 to shoot. And they get it inside to Blažević. That was far too simple. And the dying embers of this game giving Galbiati a number of teaching points, shall we say. It's Foray. I think that was meant as a pass. It nearly went into the basket straight away. Shot clock has been turned off, and Wolves do not have to make another attempt to play the ball here. 96-70. Wolves Twins bet Vilnius a thumping victory, getting up to 9-8 in Group A this season. Their postseason dreams very much still alive. Trento falling to 6-11. They will need to win their final game of the season in this competition at Besiktas next Wednesday to match their win total in last season's Eurocup competition. Signing off from home, not in the manner that they would have wanted to. But all credit to Wolves bouncing back from their domestic feat at the weekend. A home win in this competition last Wednesday against Gran Canaria. Another here tonight.